So women are nurturers by default, right? And for some, that's their way of being validated, right? So if you can't help a man, you won't feel like there's any use for you, right? So the problem with a man who has it together sometimes is that he commands structure, and a lot of women aren't ready for that sort of structure. Whereas if you're messing with Pookie or Ray Ray, it's not very difficult. If you need a place to stay, okay, bet you already had a place to stay. You don't really have to do anything extra except inconvenience yourself a bit. Oh, he need to borrow your car, like the homeboy said a minute ago. Oh, you already have a car. Throw him the keys. Oh, put gas in it. Easy. Whereas if somebody already has it together, he's going to want more from you, especially if he's well to do. Like if he's really got money, he might not need you to cook. He might consider your sex to be mid just because he has access to women. So how are you going to validate yourself? It's very difficult the more the man has it together. But for Pookie Ray Ray, you could go ahead and satisfy him a lot more because it's easier for you to do things because he's not expecting that type of structure that you were from somebody who's already building something and getting it together. Now, there's a second reason, right? It's actually a medical reason for why some women will be attracted to broken men. Now, there's a dopamine release associated with trauma. So, some younger women, when they are children, they experience trauma, right? And they get used to that trauma over years. And that's all they know. They become addicted to the trauma. So, if you're overstimulated when you're that young, you get used to it and it follows you into your adulthood. So when you see a regular guy, you might say, oh, he's boring. He's not doing anything. You don't know why you like this guy. You don't know why you love this toxic dude. You don't know why you love this dude that beats you, or he don't love you if he don't beat you, because you've experienced that type of trauma, whether it be violence, whether it be abuse, whatever. You are addicted to it now, and if it will follow you into your adulthood, and it's sometimes, especially without therapy, hard to get out of that habit. So that's why you would look for those type of men, and that would be your go-to. I'll end it.
All right, let's go to Casey then, Ali.
Yeah, I agree a lot with what Marcus had to say about women being nurturers. I believe that that's really who we are when it comes to the dating world, as well as, just family in general, our friends. We're there to help. We're there to be a helpmeet. We're there to lift up, encourage. That's where the whole women empowerment movement, like all that stuff. That's who we are. We're meant to add to and make things better. So I think that's innately who we are as a gender. At the same time, I really do feel that women that want to continuously fix broken men, I think that comes from childhood and how they've been raised and that discernment that Precious was talking about. If you don't have that discernment of this is a man that I can start a life with and support his vision and build a family with versus somebody who might be a criminal and on the struggle bus of life, that's a problem. And that may comes from, what you saw your mother do or what women did not see their father do. So that it kind of becomes what you see, what's familiar to you. Those pool of men that you end up dating can be familiar to what you was raised around. So I think that kind of goes hand in hand there.
All right, go ahead, Ali.
I think this happens when people are raised in survival mode, and let me see. Raised in survival mode, so they're constantly looking at ways to fix issues and problems, so they try to fix people too. But me, I was kind of raised a two-parent household, so I'm kind of different. I'm used to a man fixing the problems, fixing cars, teaching me how to drive, ride a bike. So I'm used to that. So I don't know. I'm not used to fixing them. I can help you, like my mom as a wife helped my father, but different people come from different backgrounds, like everybody says. So when you come from that survival mentality, single parent household, watching your mom help have everybody live with you and then go from the next man, okay, you might be used to that, but I don't agree with it. I think we need to get out of that mentality. Women, it happens a lot with Black women too, because I don't think other cultures, I hate to bring race into it, are raised like that to help and fix and take care of a man. When they see their father taking care of the household, that's what I'm used to. I'm used to that. So that's my opinion.
All right. Let me put this message up here. We do got HR in the chat, says, please be respectful in the chat to each other and the panelists. So HR is on site, family. If you guys get that the notification, then you understand why. All right. Let's go to Mr. Lego. Go ahead.
What you just said, Ali, is I agree. You were raised in a 2-parent household, and that's amazing. What we have to do is women, I'll say men probably do this, but I don't see it. But I can't say that men don't do it. But women have a tendency to disassociate themselves and say, well, I don't know why this is that and that is this. I didn't grow up like that, right? We have to look outside of our own lives, because if we didn't grow up like that, great, right? Because I grew up in the hood or whatever, but I didn't have the same type of problems a lot of these young dudes have, right? I sold drugs and I was able to get myself out of projects and start my family and get married and all that other stuff, right? But a lot of young dudes, they'll look at me like I'm crazy, like, oh, you don't understand the struggle. But I understand the struggle, so I don't disassociate myself from the struggles of what other men go through. So when it
Yes,
comes
you
to,
do.
give me an example how.
Well, you did earlier, because I was
Oh,
telling you, wait, can I, because I just want
right.
to cut your contradiction, because remember when I was telling you how earlier you all associated my research in the Black community, what's going on, why we're not economically more advanced, why I'm the only Black person in a whole white corporation, and I got to deal with this whitewashing and code switching, and I want more of y'all on the team. This is why I brought it up, but you said, oh, don't drive in the hood. Don't go to the gas station over there. Don't do this. And I'm like, well, I don't, but I still got to deal with internalized racism. I got to still deal with racism, being a token mix or light skin or fit in Black girl. I still got to deal with it. So that's what made me research. Okay, let me try to help my people advance so that we can have a better representation. So I don't have to be the anonymous. What's the word?
Anomaly.
There
I,
it is.
I get it. But sadly, in the Black community, we up here are most likely the anomalies of our families or either our communities. You feel me? So it just is what it is. We can't get away from it. So, but the thing about it is, disassociating ourselves. Oh, I don't know what they got to go through. It kind of like, I get what you're saying, but you just did that then, and then it's okay. It's okay.
You did that. Take accountability. You did it.
It's okay. I get it. But the point is, going back to the actual topic, too many women feel useful when they are helping to fix broken men. I coach women, and I know for a fact that due to the issues that Black women deal with growing up under a single mother household, a lot of women have been grew up under chaotic households, because it's nothing but women. Most Black women grew up around other Black women, no males. Most Black families are 90% women, right? So you see all this chaos, arguments, all kind of stuff, right? So at some point, you're either going to feel abandoned, ignored, or abused. So when you go out into the world, guess what? You're going to try to keep that from happening in your adult life. And since you grew up in chaos, you're not necessarily used to a confident, strong, man that has all his shit together. He may have some money, but he's nuts. Or he may have this, but he has this other problem, right? So the thing about it is, a man that is like a good man in all angles, a woman would actually feel, I'm not going to say the word intimidated, but she's going to feel like, damn, if he has everything, what does he need me for? And then to a certain degree, she can literally like pull away from that guy and get with a man that actually needs her, because the man that needs her, she can feel like this man right here, one, needs me, and two, most likely won't abandon me, because like I said, a lot of women who grew up in broken homes, they have abandonment issues. So a man that is up here has a propensity of being like, you know what? I don't like your attitude. I'm out. I don't like this. I'm out. You got to go to the gym. You gaining weight. I'm out. And next thing you know, you're like, damn, I'm abandoned once again. And it reconfirms how you felt in your childhood. So to keep that from happening, you'll get with a bum. You'll get with a loser. You'll get with an emotionally problematic man, because you see that as, if I fix him, he will never abandon me.